was talking with my friend today, who is also a spiritual entrepreneur, and she and I have been co-working together since I quit my other job. And today we were just like in it. We were in the shit. We were feeling really bogged down. And the topic of the day was scheduling. We both have somewhat different problems with scheduling, but we both shared this issue. And it's funny because if you're into astrology, which you probably are if you're a spiritpreneur, she and I are the same sun, moon, and rising, but just like a little different with the moon and the rising flipped. So she and I are both Pisces suns. I'm a Virgo moon, she's a Virgo rising. She's a Leo moon, I'm a Leo rising. So we have like very mirrored experiences already. And we're sitting there talking to each other, having just learned in the past few months together as well that we have ADHD, and it's like the reason that we've had anxiety all this time, and we're just like uncovering so much, especially as it has to do with, get productivity and getting shit done as an entrepreneur. Like being a CEO is hard was, another underlying theme of the day. And we had the same issue, but like different experiences with it. So my experience is feeling like I've tried to schedule things before, and I've tried to nail things down and get them kind of repetitive enough that I can create consistency. Consistency is good. And also, it's hard for someone with ADHD to be consistent. Her issue was being so consistently booked that she felt like maybe some of these things are just like here from fear. They're like little things that I have to drive 30 minutes and it takes an hour and I have to prepare for it, and that takes about 30 minutes to an hour. And, the whole thing is like maybe a total 3 hours of work, driving included, and you make $30. So like hers is just, schedule is filled up with too much stuff that doesn't do enough, and my schedule is like, if I scheduled too much stuff, am I going to feel overwhelmed and show up not enough? Am I going to trick myself into thinking that there's like a not enoughness happening if I don't put too much on my schedule? If I don't put more than I know that I can handle on my schedule, am I going to actually believe that I'm doing enough? Like, is too much my mark, my standard for, like, is overwhelm my standard for doing things right or doing things enough? And I think that's really as far as I landed today with that feeling. But I wanted to come on video while I was talking about it, because usually it's like when I'm pacing, you all know, it's when I'm pacing that I'm like thinking about what the fuck was up today? Like, what the fuck is it with this energy that's causing me such a problem? And I guess the main problem is like my fear. And it's the same with my friends, like our biggest problems come from the fear, come from the fear of doing too much that doesn't do enough, of not doing enough, and in turn over scheduling and overstimulating because there's this myth of productivity that, you know, we're trying to fill. And I think the happy in between is just recognizing, like, we all get scared. We all get that bunched up feeling in our gut. We get that heavy feeling inside where it's like, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing right now. I don't know if I'm where I'm supposed to be. I don't know how to get where I'm supposed to be from where I'm at. And is supposed to be like this mythical place, or does it really exist? Like, is there really a place where I'm meant to be and I'm not there? Because, like, you know, I'm always telling people, you are where you're meant to be. You know, where you are right now, you're meant to be right here, right now, for a reason. So if I take my own advice and I take my own medicine and I say I'm here where I'm at, where I'm supposed to be, and there's a reason, then my immediate desire is to find a reason, right? Like, the most natural thing is to be like, what is the reason, so that I can just, like, learn my lesson and fucking get over this and, like, be done. But the version of me that I am now is whispering in between those thoughts, you don't need to know the lesson right away, and you don't have to figure this out right away. Feeling confused and, like, kind of pulled in different directions by all of the ways that I want to fix this and find a solution and address the feelings of fear and not enoughness. The way that I handled that today was by not trying to fix it and not trying to do anything. All I did was say, you know what? This list that I've made of, like, things that need to get done in a week, even though it's chunked into, like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, still overwhelming. I just, like, covered the whole thing and I looked at, this is Monday, and I flipped the page, blank page, brand new, nothing on it. Monday, today's date. The 2 Monday things, one other thing that I knew that I've been meaning to do, and then I drew a line and put, if time permits, and I created another list of, like, 2 or 3 things. Today, instead of looking at myself as a problem that needed to be solved, as something that needed to be fixed, looking at my mindset and my fear space that I've been in today as something that impedes everything else that I need to do, that blocks me or prevents me from doing anything else. Instead of seeing it that way, I just realized some things work themselves out, and maybe I'm just getting in my head about it. So what can I do now? Because I feel like solving this and feeling really good about, like, my schedule and where I'm at, and if I'm saying yes and committing to the right things and diving into the right things, it's going to take a lot more of my time than just this 2 or 3 hours of co-working with a friend. It's going to take alone time, it's going to take meditating, it's going to take journaling, it's going to take something, and I'm not alone right now, and I'm not really ready. I'm not ready. I'm not in the space where, I'm not in the mental space where I, like, want to sit down and, like, look at myself, and, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not feeling like I'm a problem to solve today. I'm not really in the spirit of solving me, solving my